because I that much capable.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I make over myself and what is going on in my mind, and after that I think I will help someone.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the problem going on, and what is that person in front of me
Mm-hmm.
he think, or he or she think. And it is a very interesting subject. That is why I am very eager to
Mm-hmm.
know all those things.
Okay. Yes, thank you so much, Joyita. Yes, anyone else? What is the
And
main
Yeah,
motto
ma'am.
of as a
this
neuroscience
word
coach?
attract this word attract me too much. So
Yes.
now,
Yeah, ma'am. In the last session, we have learnt about the paradigm shift
Mm-hmm.
and how the subconscious mind actually works. So
Mm-hmm.
understand the subconscious mind language and
Mm-hmm.
change that so I can transform myself. And after that, once I will transform myself, I will understand how I can transform others also. So that will
Mm-hmm.
help me to build myself first so that I
Mm-hmm.
can meet my goal. And after that, I can help many people to change their subconscious mind language and shift their paradigm too.
Okay. So see, my question was, we are not doctors, right? We
Yes,
never treat people. We are a coach, we are a life coach. Okay. So how we make impact on others' life? By understanding their behaviors, their patterns, how they behave, their emotions we understand, right? To understand one's behavior, how they behave, they react emotionally, how they see things, how they perceive things, which we need to understand, right? And
yes,
everything is related to neuroscience, neurons, our brain. So, as a neuroscience coach, our main goal is to understand behaviors and patterns of people so we never misunderstood or judge them, right? Suppose, for example, we never say someone you are not capable. We understand why you are behaving this way, okay? For that, we need to understand our brain more specifically. Not only psychologically, we need to understand our brain's biological functions too. Okay, so today we are going to explore our limbic system. This is the one of the important part of our brain. Our brain is not one organ, okay, not a one organ. It's a different group of different organs with different functions, which makes a complete brain. Okay, just like our joint family. We have in our joint family, we have many family members, right? Everyone's function is different, or everyone's responsibility is different in our family. Just like our brain has different parts with different functions today, which we are going to explore in detail about their function, their parts, each and everything. As a neuroscience coach, we understand not only the psychological part, even the anatomy also. So whenever your student asks you, sir or madam, what is actually inside our brain, how and where our memory is stored, how our emotions come from, how we take logical or some creative decision. So you are able to answer them. Okay. So yes, I'm quickly share my screen with you all. So today we are going to explore a wonderful topic called limbic system. This is the part of our brain. Okay. So in this, we will see many biological terms which we need not need to memorize, we need to understand them. Okay, we need to understand them. And I will share every each and everything PDF and video recording in the group, so no need to write anything, just understand the functions. Give me a second. I don't know what happened. My screen is not fully visible here. Okay, give me 1 second. Yes, now it's visible, right? So as we discuss about the response you want to, as a neuroscience coach, you want to learn someone's behavior, patterns, emotion, their reaction. So everything related to our brain, the pleasure response, social bonding, motivation, reward seeking behavior. Not only this, motivation, emotion, even we seek rewards also. Fear response, memory formation, fight and flight response, and our appetite and sleep. Everything control or regulate by our limbic system. Okay. Any question in this? This is a simple function of our limbic system, right? Every emotion, behavior. As a neuroscience coach, we need to know all these things. That's why we are learning this anatomy of our brain. Let's go deeper and understand its structure. Okay, there are many biological names, scientific names, which you need to understand. So, cerebral cortex, the outer big coat of the brain, covers everything. You know how our brain looks like, right? सबको पता है कि brain कैसे दिखता है. Just imagine brain is covered with a thick outer layer. There is a thick outer layer which covered everything inside our brain. So that outermost cover, we call it cerebral cortex. Okay. And now just imagine the very first coat of that layer. Our skin has many layers. Okay.
Yes.
This we all know. The very first layer, the very first coat of our cerebral cortex, we call as what we call frontal
Cerebral.
cortex. Okay, frontal cortex, very first coat of our brain. And then we have our prefrontal cortex, the tip of the front coat behind our forehead here. So this is just behind our forehead. We have our prefrontal cortex, the smart boss. Sir will give each and everything in very simplest form, so we no need to memorize the name. Okay, we just need to understand. So the thick coat which covers everything is cerebral cortex. The first coat of that layer is frontal cortex, and here we have the tip of our forehead, behind our forehead, we have our prefrontal cortex. Simple to understand? Any difficulties to understand? No, right? Okay. So this is the structure of our brain. So the tip of the frontal cortex, the front coat behind our forehead, we also call it smart boss. Why? We will see further. Okay. Let's see where the limbic system actually located in our brain. ये सबको लग ही रहा होगा कि ठीक है एक पार्ट है मेमोरी का बट वेयर राइट वेयर दिस लिम्बिक सिस्टम लोकेटेड इन आवर ब्रेन so everyone just think of our brain as a big house. Okay, so this is our brain. Just imagine our brain as a big house, and this yellow portion is our limbic system. Okay, this is our brain. This yellow portion is limbic system. Now let's relate this with an example. Our brain is like a home, one house, a big house. Our house, that house covers with walls and roofs, right? That roofs and wall called cerebral. The outer cover, we call it cerebral. And then that in the middle of that house, we have one old room. Okay, just imagine in that house, we have one old room. That old room, we call it limbic system. And many of you already know why we call it old room. Can anyone tell me why I'm keep on saying old room? Why not just room? Anyone?
This is the oldest part of the brain.
Yes, Antra?
Subconscious mind.
No, dear.
Because it contains old memories.
Okay.
Ma'am, could I?
Yes, yes, Subham.
And
Ma'am,
also it is from birth.
ma'am, it stores our all memories.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Hello,
Oldest
ma'am.
oldest part in the brain. Oldest one. That's
Mm-hmm.
Hello,
first.
ma'am. Good afternoon. Good evening, ma'am.
Wonderful evening, dear. Yes. So why we are keep on calling that room is old room?
Good
Because
evening, ma'am.
when our brain forms, so that part is the first thing which develop inside our body, inside our brain. Okay, that is the first organ. That's why we call it old room. Okay,
Ma'am.
clear? So this is the
Ma'am, will you please explain it why it's called cold room?
Yes, ma'am.
old room, no dear, old room. It's old
Old.
room.
OLD, na, ma'am?
Okay,
Hmm.
OLD, old.
Old.
Okay, fine, fine.
Yes, dear, old room. Just imagine our brain like a house, okay?
Yes.
Now, in that house, in the middle of that house, you have one old room. That
Hmm.
old room, we call it limbic system. Why
Limbic.
that old room? When we built that house, so that room is the first room which we made first, okay? इन आवर बॉडी सबसे पहला जो ऑर्गन डेवलप हुआ वो लिम्बिक सिस्टम होता है इनसाइड अवर ब्रेन दैट्स व्हाई वी कॉल्ड इट ओल्ड रूम ओके क्लियर ये सिंपल स्ट्रक्चर एंड लोकेशन हो गया लिम्बिक सिस्टम का नाउ लेट्स सी द फंक्शन ऑफ अवर लिम्बिक सिस्टम structure is clear everyone any doubt in structure what is limbic system where limbic system is located clear
Ma'am, once more.
okay you I think you joined late right
Yes.
Actually, I have some problem. That is why.
okay no worries so once again I will repeat this okay so today we are going to discuss our limbic system because as a neuroscience coach we need to understand what is the main function of us because we understand behavior patterns so we can help ourselves to transform and other people also with their struggle in their life right what kind of a struggle they have some negative beliefs they are not believe in their self they are not capable these kind of thing some stress factor are there right so they are struggling so as a neuroscience coach as a life coach how we can help them to overcome their fear.
Okay.
For that, we need to understand how our brain function and the biological terms also how actually our brain function, not just psychologically, right?
Okay.
If suppose, for example, something wrong happened to you, how you react. Suppose I criticize you very badly. Suppose I am doing body shaming to you, how you feel that time?
Hmm.
You
Yes.
feel bad, right? You feel
Yes.
Okay.
bad. Suppose I did something and then suddenly I realize I did wrong. So that why I realize later, why we react first and then realize later, think logically after some time.
Hmm.
Why you remember your past memory and still that memory hurts you. Have you
Yes.
think? क्यों ऐसा होता है कि 5 साल पुरानी बातें भी आज भी जब हम याद करते हैं तो वो हमें उतना ही हर्ट करती है जितना कि वो उस प्रेजेंट टाइम पे करती थी तो somewhere our that painful memory stored in our brain right why we react instead of responding on something फिर थोड़ी देर के बाद हमें रियलाइज होता है कि we did wrong then we correct ourselves so all this function regulate or control by our limbic system, which we are going to explore today.
Mhm.
Clear?
Yes.
So, one by one, we will see the structure, then their function, then different part, because limbic system is not a one organ inside our brain has different parts inside the limbic system. Why we are learning only limbic system, not overall brain? Because as a life coach, we need to understand only this much part, the behavior, the emotion, the response, the habits, right? Our brain do many things, control our hormones also, but we are not a doctor. We are not a neurologist, we are a neuroscience coaches, life coaches. That's why we need to understand some biological things also. Okay. And even our limbic system has different parts with different functions, which we will explore, don't worry. So this is all about our limbic system. So we already discussed about what is the different parts, like cerebral cortex, the outer big coat of our brain, then frontal cortex, the front coat of our that brain, the front coat of our brain, and then prefrontal cortex, the tip of our brain. Tip as in just behind our forehead. Okay, we have our prefrontal cortex, the smart boss. Why we call it, we will discuss. And
Okay.
uh, we already discussed about the location. Okay, so you have any doubt? Anyone having any doubt, you can ask at this point. Say yes, no, so I can understand. I go forward or stop. Okay, clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So let's explore what is the function of our limbic system. So this is simply, you can see in the picture, there is why we use different colors, so you can see the difference and nothing else. So there is no specific reason of colors, just to differentiate things. Okay. So all these are different parts inside our limbic system. So limbic system is just like your controls our feelings, memory, survival engines, because our brain functions only know the safety, right? Ki which situation is safe or not. In that way, our mind reacts. So limbic system help us to feel something, to remember something, get motivated, keep our body ready. This is the main function of limbic system. What is the function? It's regulate our feelings, memory, survival engine, help us to feel something, remember something, get motivated and keep our body ready. Now let's see the different function of our limbic system. Okay. So first function is emotions. So this part of our brain help us to feel things. So what kind of feelings we have? Anyone? If we keep on saying feel things, habit, respond, so what kind of feelings we have?
Fear,
I'm sad, happiness, guilt,
happiness,
Mhm,
happiness,
sorrow,
and
mhm,
anxiety, stress.
According to
and
the
stress.
situation, we have
mhm,
different type of feelings.
mhm. So,
So we can feel in sadness, then sorrow,
mhm.
and then
So
yes.
yeah, everyone, you are very well said. You are right, because when we see, we want to understand your feelings, so that time we know, no, what kind of feelings we have. So yes, you are right. We have fear when you get scared. We have
Yeah.
feeling of anger when you get mad. We have pleasure. When we feel happy on enjoy something, right? These kind of feeling we have. So very first function is emotions. Okay, just remember this.
Emotions.
The second function is memory formation. Okay, memory formation. It's like camera inside our head. It's like camera inside our head. Why we are calling it camera inside our head? Anyone?
Because it capture all those things, the
Mm-hmm.
present, future, and past. So
Mm-hmm.
save in our brain memory. So
Mm-hmm.
that is why that, like a camera, real life camera, we capture the moment. So
Mm-hmm.
brain, as usual, capture our memory and good memories, bad memories,
Mm-hmm.
everything. So that
How
is
we
why.
capture all these memories?
Five senses, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Using our five senses,
Five
right? How we
senses.
perceive things from outside using
Yes.
our five senses. Very well said. So this way, whatever we see, we hear, using our five senses, we feel everything captured. It take picture of what happened in life. This is not a physical camera. Using our five senses, it capture everything. Then it saves them to you to remember it later. Capture everything and save also, so we can easily remember what kind of things already happened in past, or yesterday what happened already, right? This way we can remember. Now the third function is motivation and behavior. Motivation and behavior, it's your push button. Why we are saying it's our push button? Make you want to eat when you're hungry, make you chase reward, and help you to love people and make friendship. Why you feel, how you feel you are hungry and eat now, you want to eat now because you are very hungry or thirsty. So we have one push button inside our brain, in our limbic system. That part keep on telling us you are hungry, eat now. You are very tired, sleep now. Okay. So when you feel you are scrolling for an hour and that time you realize now it's enough, I need to get sleep.
Hmm.
That means you know inside your brain there is limbic system and there is a push button that is keep on pushing you for your behavior and your emotions, right? Clear? So this is the one of the function of our limbic system, motivation and behavior. Suppose you want to go to gym tomorrow, then now you know who is motivating you. When you think, no, I'm gaining weight now, I need to join gym tomorrow, I will definitely go for a walk. So there is something which is pushing you to perform this behavior or motivate you to do a particular task. Clear?
Here, ma'am.
Yes.
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 Now, some psychological responses. Okay, it also controls our body reactions. How? It makes your heart beat faster when you are scared. These are sudden reactions, right? Psychological, physiological, not psychological, physiological response. If something happened, you are in stress, automatically you feel that sweat, right? पसीने आने लग जाते हैं लोगों को. Even you know
Yeah, hands me.
the public speaking is safe. कोई आपको खा नहीं जाएगा. लेकिन स्टेज में जाने से पहले वो बॉडी ऐसे रिएक्ट करने लग जाता है कि वी फील एंशियस कि क्या होगा, राइट? These all those are our physical reactions, response start from our brain and we only see the result, right? Through the behavior, how we are behaving that time. It turns our fight and flight mode when danger comes, which you already know. Before giving your presentation or talking in front of your superior, we have one anxiety inside, right? That time we feel what happened. You should stay and calm, or you just flight, run away from that situation. That also control or regulate by our limbic system. So all these are four functions. What are those? Emotions, right? Our behaviors and motivations. And what next? Our psychological response. Everything regulates,
Physiological response.
yes, physiological response and
Motivation
memory
and
formations. Yes, memory formations. Everything regulate through our limbic system. Now let's see the functions of our all these are the functions of our limbic system. Now let's explore the different parts of our limbic system. Okay. So this is our brain, okay, and you can see the different parts like amygdala, there is a pituitary gland, hypothalamus, cerebrum, basal ganglia, thalamus, and hippocampus, and many more parts are there. Okay. Now, one by one, we will see every part's function, how they can help us to go smoothly, to understand people, to understand your behavior, your habit. Okay, clear? So
Yes.
let's explore one by one. So our first part of our limbic system is amygdala. You also call it drama queen of our brain. Why we call it drama queen? Because amygdala help us to control our emotions or reaction. It gives your sudden reaction. We get scared suddenly, right? और ऐसा है यहाँ पे क्लास में कि सोच समझ के कोई स्केयर होता है कि पहले आप लॉजिकली थोड़ा सोचते हो फिर आपको डर लगता है ऐसा नहीं होता राइट दैट सडन इमोशन रिएक्शन कम्स फर्स्ट देन वी थिंक लॉजिकली कि ओके कि ऐसा भी नहीं था कि वो बिल्ली अचानक से रास्ता काटी you got scared and then you think okay it's just a cat right then we think logically so that emotions controlled by amygdala that's why we call it drama queen क्योंकि ये react पहले करती है लॉजिक इसके पास नहीं है okay when you gets angry fall in love nowadays people are fall in love logically but previously this is also a sudden emotion right you saw someone and you fall in love at first sight it's like your emotional alarm bell we also call it as our emotional alarm bell okay any doubt in this amygdala clear
Drama.
it
Drama.
controls our emotions. Whatever sudden emotion we feel controls by amygdala, which
Amygdala.
is one of the part of our limbic system. Remember the name by drama queen means amygdala. Okay. Now, hippocampus. What is hippocampus? We also known as little librarian. Why we call it little librarian?
Memory.
Takes yes today's event and put
Memory
them into
stored
our
there.
memory book yes
Yes.
hippocampus stores everything as memory right so why we remember our old school days toys some past experiences because of hippocampus because in that library that part store everything every event okay how you feel how you perceive things using your five senses. Hippocampus stores every reaction, every feeling. That's why we remember everything. Okay. Hippocampus help us to remember our first toy, same thing, the schools, our first crush even, right? So this is all about our hippocampus, little librarian. Now we have Okay, so if without hippocampus, we forget our yesterday's story also. It
Correct.
happens, right, with us. We forget many things. Even we remember our school days, but we forget what happened yesterday.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
for that, our hippocampus responsible. Now thalamus. What is the function of thalamus here? It's like work like a post office. What is the work of post office? It takes all
Take
the
all
messages
the message.
from our senses, just like our what we see, what we hear, what we feel, and deliver to the right room in the brain. No thalamus, our brain may get lost. Okay. So thalamus, the post office, deliver each and every information to right room. So can you tell me which one is the right room? To
Limbic
whom thalamus deliver all those messages?
In our mind, memory.
limbic system.
So limbic system is a whole function. We are exploring
Memory, ma'am.
the sub-functions, sub-part of our limbic system.
Ma'am, hippocampus.
In our
Mhm.
mind.
Yes, hippocampus, because hippocampus stores everything, every memories, right? So thalamus, our post office, collect all memories, send to hippocampus, to the librarian to store our every memories. Okay, clear?
Yes.
Or
Yes,
any
ma'am.
doubt? Yes, Bhupender,
Yes,
Bharti
ma'am.
ji, any doubt?
Campus.
No? Okay. So let's explore the next function, the next part. Okay. So hypothalamus. Then we have hypothalamus, the tiny boss. Remember we discussed about the function of our physiological responses when we need to get up, when we need to sleep, when you are hungry, to eat something or cool down. So every that physiological responses controlled by hypothalamus, the tiny boss. This is our push button, okay? The tiny boss. It controls our hunger, thirst, body temperature, sleep. Hypothalamus tells our body, eat now or cools down. We talk about that push button, right? Remember, everyone? So
Uh-huh.
this is the
Yeah,
part
ma'am.
which is responsible for what we are feeling or what we are doing. If currently I am very thirsty, so my hypothalamus tell me to drink something, take a rest, drink something. This is the main function of our hypothalamus, the tiny boss. Okay, it regulates or controls our physiological responses, whatever we are feeling. Now, the basal ganglia, we call it game controller. Why we call it game controller? It helps us to move smoothly, make habit automatically. For example, just tying your shoes or riding a bicycle. So basal ganglia is a game controller because it helps us to move smoothly and make our habits automatic. Once we learn how to ride a bicycle, we never forget, right? Even after
Yeah, ma'am.
long time, when even now also when you try to ride, you can know you automatically balance your cycle and ride smoothly.
Okay, ma'am.
You know how to tie your shoes, you know how to
Yes.
brush automatically your hand, you use your right hand, you walk on a
Yes.
left side on the road, right? So this all regulate through the basal ganglia. Clear?
Yes.
Okay, now it's cingulate gyrus. It's not gyrus, it's gyrus. Okay. Decision path. Who take decision help us to focus and decide whether to fight, run, or just simply chill. Okay. We are many times we are in such situation, right, where we mixed up okay, what to do in this particular situation. We need to suppose you scared with a dog, then when you saw a dog, so you want to run that time, you want to stay calm, or you just want to play with that. Everything controls with our cingulate gyrus. This is the simple function. See, this is all the name and the function is biological. So we have to understand all the things because it is what it is. Okay. Now, RES, the reticular activating system. We also known as wake up bell. Why we call it wake up bell? It makes you alert when something important happen. Okay. Suppose you are chilling, you are sitting at your home, but suddenly in next room your partner is screaming, right? And you hear that
Mm.
sound and suddenly you wake up and go to check her or him. So that is your wake up alarm. It help you to alert something wrong happened. You need to alert. It's
It's
help that
something right.
yes, very important is happening. You need to wake up and react, act on
Mm.
this. Okay.
And sometimes, ma'am, it comes to the mind that in in a kitchen, your gas is
Hmm.
switch or knob is off or
Yeah.
on. You go and check again. No?
Yes. So that is like our wake up alarm. Suddenly we remind something and then we run for that, right?
Okay.
So, and it filters noise so you don't notice every tiny sound. How this works. So now, how many sounds we can hear at a time? We can hear many sound at a time, right? Just now, when you are
Yes, ma'am.
driving, you focus on your path also, the horn also, music system also, even the person beside you, they are keep on talking also. So you listen each and everything, but your focus is on only road and on your driving, right?
Yes.
So that is
Yes.
because why we focus on the important thing because of RES, our reticular activating system, which help us to focus what is important for you that time. So this is the function.
Ma'am, we'll get the PDF of this, no, all this thing.
Yes, each and everything I will share,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So everyone, no need to remember each and everything. Let's explore the final function of our limbic system, okay? So everyone, look at your screen and listen to me carefully so you will understand and I also understand how much you will understand, right? So yes, see, how we perceive things from outside, you already know through our five senses. What we see, what we hear, what we feel,
Feel.
right?
Touch.
Each and every information we collect. So who collect all the information?
Our sense
Lim-
organs.
Brain.
Thalamus.
Limb
Mhm.
system.
Our thalamus.
Yes,
Mm.
thalamus. Just remember the
Okay,
post
thalamus.
office, right?
Yes,
It
yes,
takes
post op.
all the information through our nervous system, right? Nerves, all the information our post office collects, thalamus, and send to whom?
The library.
Hippocampus
Hippocampus.
library.
Yes.
Exactly. So what we see, the visual, the auditory information, and the kinesthetic information, every information goes to our hippocampus, the memory where everything is stored, okay? Auditory and everything, and then
Little
the saved memory. or they record each and every experience, whether it is happy memory, scared memory, sad memory, each and everything, pleasure, response, everything is stored in our hippocampus. Then what next? क्या करते हैं इस मेमोरी का? स्टोर तो हो गया. Then next,
Kama Queen, ma'am, amygdala.
exactly. Now everything goes to amygdala because we react immediately, right? We can't control our emotions, first reaction. So every information memory amygdala use to respond, just like if you add emotions, then fear, love, excitement, decides कैसे आपको react करना है, calmly or scared or loud, right? How you feel, pain, warm, nice you are feeling. Then the main part, it goes to cingulate gyrus. Okay, cingulate gyrus, our decision path. This is the main function. And what is the main function of cingulate gyrus?
Take a decision, man.
It take a decision, quick decision between our feelings and logic. What to do next? You take a decision emotionally or logically. And what is the final step of any reaction or our action? Then it will take by our prefrontal cortex it takes the final decision. That's why we call it the smart boss. Remember why we call our prefrontal cortex a smart boss? Because our prefrontal cortex takes the final decision. You want to fight, stay calm, how you behave. Clear? This function is clear, or any doubt, anyone?
Yes.
Any doubt?
Mm.
Or any confusion with any part of the limbic system? No?
When everything is done by the limbic system and their
Mhm.
function, then the last decision is taken by the prefrontal cortex.
Prefrontal cortex.
Okay.
Yes. Suppose, for example, you are scared with a dog. Okay. Let's take this is the simplest example, I believe. आपको डर लगता है डॉग से. क्यों? क्योंकि in your childhood you have some scared memory क्योंकि आपको डॉग ने काट लिया था. Okay. Suppose that pain is still stored inside your hippocampus. कि जब भी आप डॉग को देखते हैं आपको डर लगता है, यू फील स्केयर्ड. ओके. नाउ
Yes.
अब आपका सिंगुलर जाइरस नेक्स्ट टाइम जब आप डॉग को देखेंगे तो क्या रिएक्शन देता है? योर इमोशन, दैट फियर, एंड लॉजिक व्हाट कि भाग जाओ वहां से, रन अवे. ओके. But now it's time for your prefrontal cortex. You think logically कि not every dog is harmful. It's up to you. ये आपका प्रीफ्रंटल कॉर्टेक्स डिसाइड करेगा. या तो आप अपने पास्ट मेमोरी की वजह से एक रिएक्शन ये देंगे कि यू इमीडिएटली रन अवे. ओके. ये हो गया. नाउ यू वांट टू चेंज. अब आप कहेंगे कि ये सारी चीज ऑटोमेटिक हो गया, हमारा माइंड वैसे फंक्शन कर रहा है विच मेमोरी ऑलरेडी सेव्ड और स्टोर इन अवर बॉडी. नाउ अगर आप मेरे पास आते हैं और आप मेरे को बोलते हैं कि मैं बाहर ही नहीं निकल सकता हूं अपने घर से क्योंकि ऑल ओवर माय हाउस आई एम सराउंडिंग बाय मेनी डॉग्स. ओके. और आप मेंटली बहुत परेशान हो गया. एंड एज अ लाइफ कोच हाउ आई कैन हेल्प यू? सो नाउ आई विल टेल यू कि एवरी डॉग इज नॉट अ बैड डॉग और हार्मफुल, राइट? एंड मैं हो सकता है कि आपको मैं अपने डॉग से मिलवाऊं और वो डॉग आपको कुछ ना करे। ओके, वो सिंपली शांति से बैठा है मेरे बाजू में, तो आपने उसे देखा, शांत था, ये थैलेमस ने मेमोरी कैप्चर किया, हिपोकैम्पस में बैठा कि ओके दैट डॉग जो मैम के पास है उसने मुझे नहीं काटा, एक मेमोरी स्टोर हुई। नाउ हाउ योर एमिगडाला रिएक्ट्स, यू कीप काम दैट टाइम, क्योंकि उसने काटा नहीं आपको, तो कुछ तो इमोशंस आपके पास आएंगे ना कि ओके यू आर सेफ, योर एमिगडाला रिएक्ट्स लाइक ओके यू आर सेफ। Now how you feel your, now that information goes to your cingulate gyrus कि okay feel you feel you act with your feeling or logic, so you can, वो harmful नहीं था तो you can act emotionally also, you want to touch that dog, or logically also कि you can just simply sit calmly and keep quiet. Okay, so now एक अलग signal आपका prefrontal cortex को आया कि everything is fine, कि हर डॉग इतना हार्मफुल नहीं होता है। सो योर मेमोरी इज चेंज, योर वे ऑफ बिहेवियर इज चेंज। नाउ धीरे धीरे आपके अंदर वो इमोशन डेवलप हुआ कि यू कैन टच द डॉग्स, you can go out from your home, right? And you can stay normal with other dogs. We never delete anything from our memory, but we can change the way we perceive, right? So as a life coach, what we are doing, why we listen to others people emotions, so we understand which part of their brain is working that time. Suppose they are overreacting on something, right? They are like something small thing happen, for you it is very small, but for them it is very big issue, and they are overreacting that time. So you understand their amygdala is doing something, reacting, right? So you give
The
your
drama queen.
NLP logics because you understand something happening. You are not labeling him कि you are very weak, कि डरपोक हो, थोड़ा सा कुछ हुआ नहीं कि you react like this, you are behaving like child, ऐसा तो नहीं बोलेंगे हम, because we understand what is going inside his brain, right? So we understand, that's why we need to understand our brain and their biological functions, especially the part of limbic system. So we understand our behavior, everyone's others' behavior, and accordingly we give them suggestions and we try to recreate reformation inside their brain. क्योंकि as a coach, we never erase or delete any memory to calm our client or student, right? We always reframe them. Any doubt?
Ma'am, it's mean that ki every time whatever the incident will happen, the amygdala will active first. We have to calm down the amygdala so that the prefrontal cortex will be active and we can think logically and take decision accordingly.
Yes, because we react first. Our जो first reaction, suppose you are happy, you get something which you are waiting for long time, right? Finally, you got this. So how you react? Your first reaction is you are very happy that time, right? You smile. So this is automatic. You smile because something good happened. Then you think logically, okay, what next you are going to do? Maybe आप खुशी से डांस करने लगे वहां पे, but then you realize, okay, you are sitting in front of many people, you can't dance. Then you think logically. Okay, so we never control our first reaction, but we can change the second reaction and we can work on the behavior, because everything happen inside our brain. We just see the outer outcome, the final result. Something happens, suppose right now I am having mixed feeling, many emotions, but you all are seeing me as a still. I am a coach, I am teaching you. Suppose I am very hungry, I am very tired also, but you can't see those emotions, right? You only see I am teaching, I am guiding you right now. So this way we have many emotions inside, but how we react, our body react, it depends on
Huh?
our prefrontal cortex. Accordingly, we act. So we can't control our reaction, but we control our action. Suppose you scared, but you choose to be calm or run away or overreact. Yes. So hope this topic, limbic system, is clear to everyone. And as a coach, we need to remember few things because there are biological terms, but we understand the main function of our brain and limbic system. Okay?
Ma'am, one more question.
Yes, Abhinas.
Just like in the last session, we have understand we have to shift the paradigm, the subconscious mind, because that is the oldest one. Okay, and you talked about the limbic system, that is also the oldest. Correct. So this is the part of the subconscious memory.
See, our brain has many functions and many part, and one of the part is limbic system.
Yeah,
This
I
is
understand, ma'am.
not the
Here,
full brain, okay?
no, it's not a full brain. This is the part
Yes,
of the subconscious mind. Correct.
it is part of both. Subconscious mind and conscious mind is not an organ, not an organ. Everyone just listen. Conscious mind and subconscious mind is the process and function of our brain. So it's all over the brain. There is no part or specific area of our conscious and subconscious mind. For example, when you think logically, means your prefrontal cortex is active, but you react and repeat. That means amygdala is here, right? Means your subconscious mind, which the few function is automatic. Your reaction is automatic because of your few stored memory. So there is a subconscious part. Conscious mind is you think our prefrontal cortex. You take decision logically or emotionally. So there is also a part of conscious mind and subconscious mind in our limbic system. Because brain is a physical entity, but mind is something is like software and hardware. Just think like that. It is not a physical entity, it's a function or process. Clear? It's like a
Ma'am,
software of our brain.
ma'am, you mean to say that conscious and subconscious minds, we can't see them.
Yes, we can't see them.
Yes, they are the just functions,
Yes. Let's
procedures.
take a physical example. At your home, you see bulb is glowing, right? But you can't see electricity, okay? But electricity is there. So in our body, just imagine in our body, we only see our reaction and behavior. Even you see your students' reaction and behavior, just like now I can see everyone's faces, reaction and behavior, but I don't see the wiring inside your brain, right? I am not able to see your limbic system, which function is active right now. So it's like electricity. We can't see electricity, but the light is glowing. That means there is electricity. Clear? So this way our mind and function works. Or why we need to understand these things. Suppose you are driving a car, everyone you know the physical body of our car, right? You have a car, you are driving, but that car built with different parts, steering, the engine, seats, and every part has different functions to run that car smoothly. Yes or no? But suppose
Yeah, ma'am.
something wrong
Yes.
happened, तो आप उसको बनाने के बजाय because you don't know the internal wiring, you find one mechanic, right? But that mechanic knows everything about the internal functions also. So that's why
Yeah,
they can easily understand what is the why your suppose your steering is jam or your car is malfunctioning. Okay, so that mechanic know each and everything because they know the physical anatomy of that machine,
Yes.
right? So as a coach, we just not going to help our student on the outer surface. We also understand the physical and the internal anatomy of our brain. So we can understand and avoid judgment. You are not capable. Some people might judge someone, but as a neuroscience coach, as a life coach, we never judge anyone because we know the outer behavior also and the internal functions also. Yes? Yes, dear. Any doubt, any questions?
Ma'am, we can say that it's a kind of non-substantial. That
Mhm.
is there, but we can't see that also.
Mhm. We only see the results.
Mhm.
Right now, I'm smiling because I perceive your words. Like, yes, Savita already understand what I teach and what I explain. She understand. That's why she make one perception, one idea generate in her mind. That's why I smile, right? So this is so you can only see my smile, but the other things inside my mind, right? Whatever I told you is here, and I just react through my smile, which everyone can see. So this is the all about limbic system.
That's mine. Everything is the action and opposite is the reaction.
Yes, dear.
So
What
the
you
you're
how you
happy.
perceive things from outside,
Yeah.
it's stored, controlled by different part of our limbic system, and
Yes.
we our body give the result.
Yes.
Yes. So that's all about the limbic system. Any regarding anything, if you have any doubt, you can connect me personally, okay? We will discuss further, and I hope everything is clear.
Yes, ma'am. Little bit of doubt, but
Yes, you can
I
ask